have a question that us women would like to know. Why is it so hard or challenging or difficult? I don't know what verb we need to use, but why is it a struggle to come and approach women?
So it turns out that even the quote-unquote nice guys are done approaching women. They simply do not want to do it anymore. Let's jump into the video.
I feel like it's so rare that men shoot their shot in public anymore, or like even just say hi like a normal human being. I feel like men are so intimidated now and hiding behind social media. They don't know how to talk to girls in real life anymore. And the ones that do are like the freaks. And they be approaching you in the weirdest ways.
This idea that men are intimidated by women or that we're hiding from them is ridiculous. Men are simply done approaching these women because this is how they act. It's that simple. Men do not want to approach you.
Question for the men. Why is it that nowadays men don't tend to approach women in public anymore? I feel like back in the day, 90s, 2000s, it was so common for men to just come up to women and be like, hey, what's your name? Want to grab a drink? And that completely stopped. Why is that?
It stopped because modern womanism convinced multiple generations of women to hate 95% of the male population. The only men these women want approaching them are dudes like Chad, and they don't have to approach them. So these women are left with nothing.
I was just at Whole Foods and I was picking out tomatoes. And a guy came up to me and was like, what kind of tomatoes do you usually go for? I hate how my brain like immediately thinks they're hitting on you, you know? And he didn't ask me out, which was fantastic. But I feel like I've tried so long to give men the benefit of the doubt like that and just think that we could be having like a human-to-human conversation.
It's interesting how she immediately thought this dude was hitting on her, then immediately made it sound like it was a bad thing. This is another reason why men are done. These women are so insufferable that they immediately think the worst of the men talking to them.
And then they always ask me out. So it's like I hate that that's now what I assume is going to happen. So I automatically am like, ooh, like a little scared. And then, but then like that guy was super cool. And it takes me like 2 seconds to realize like, okay, I don't think he's going to ask me out. But I can only imagine what my face looks like when he first comes up to me. Oh, okay.
Women like this have set it up so that no matter what a man does, he's actually just set up for failure. If he doesn't approach, he's a coward, but if he does approach, then he's creepy. Either way, it always ends up being the dude's fault, so the only way to ultimately win is simply to not play.
Like, so admirable in this day and age to actually have the nerve. Guys, by no means is an open invitation for you to be in the comments being like, well, when I was 13, I had an unpleasant experience with approaching a woman, so I'm never doing it ever again. I'm only doing it behind a screen because I don't have to risk being, like, called weird. Guys. Or how about, but I'm ugly, I don't make 200K a year, I'm not 6'3", like, guys. Come on. Like, touch some fucking grass. Like, I promise you, going up to a woman at the grocery store saying, hey, I think you're pretty, can I get your phone number, is not the scariest thing in the world.
She brought up another reason why men are done here. Guys will have some legitimate reasons why they don't feel comfortable approaching, and she just brushes it off because she doesn't care. In fact, she mocks men who feel that way. Why would any man want to approach a woman who behaves that way?
Even if it is an unpleasant experience and an unpleasant experience happens again, okay, that's exposure therapy. You got rejected, whatever, on to the next. Like, I know this is such a corny, overplayed saying, but you really got to conceptualize the idea of you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Seriously, you guys have no idea how many doors would open for you if you actually had the fucking balls and had the fucking, like, confidence to just see it through. You never know what the other person's thinking.
These women are so masculine that they think they have the right to question a man's masculinity for not approaching her. And if it's the choice between keeping your peace and talking to a woman who's so damn aggressive, guess which one men are going to pick.
Honestly, in this day and age, shame on the women who shit on guys who actually try respectfully to, like, get your number or, like, approach you or, like, just hit on you in general in, like, a public setting. Extra bonus points if it's not a fucking bar or an atmosphere that involves alcohol. Like, I hate when girls like, ew, like, that guy, like, came up to me, like, what a weirdo. Like, they literally need to be encouraged to do that. Like, no one does it anymore. I love when men, like, shit on, like, girls who go out in bars and stuff like that or whatever, but, like, where are you gonna find your husband on Hinge? At the grocery store? They are not fucking approaching you there. Swear to God, whenever someone approaches me, specifically not in a bar setting, I have the utmost respect. Even if I don't find them attractive, I'll give them a number regardless, or conversate with them regardless, because it's like so admirable in this day and age to actually have the nerve and the kahunas to go and do that. So stop shitting on them, because we need that.
She just said that even if she doesn't find the guy attractive, she will still give him her number and agree to a date out of quote-unquote respect, which just makes it sound like she wants to use the guy for a free meal or some entertainment. She's not making a good case for dudes to approach her here.
Listen, I'm going to say it. I do want to be approached by a man at the club. And I know I'm not speaking for every woman. Some of you girlies, you don't want to be child wives, and that's okay. And that's okay, and you don't have to. But I'm willing to bet that I'm speaking for a lot of women when I say, just come talk to us. Just come up and say, hey. Or you can say, hi. You know, there's always hello.
He's just being incredibly condescending right now. Men know how to introduce themselves to other people. We don't need to be told to say hello when seeing some random intoxicated woman at a club. Men are not approaching because they simply don't want to, not because they don't know how.
Or you can say, hey, can I flirt? Hey, you're really pretty. That could be the end of it, you know? I think that the problem for a long time has been when men can't take no for an answer. That's when it becomes a problem. If you're like, hey, like, can I, whatever. If she's like, no. And you're like, why not? Why not? Now you're being scary. But just come up. But also, please get off the platforms because, excuse me. No, you're not the pretty one.
She claims she wants to be a traditional woman, but not only is she begging men to talk to her at a club, she also wants to dance on stage so everyone can see her dancing. That really does show that she just wants attention from people, not just from a singular guy.
You're not the one who's able to carry life. You're the one who has a lot of seed to be spread around, okay? That's what you guys seem to do. Whereas women, we're the ones to be cherished, okay? Our bodies go through a longer issue. 9 months of carrying a child. We're the ones who are supposed to be picky. So we are the ones who are up on the platform choosing you. Tell me why you this is all biological. Look at birds.
Her argument makes no sense at all. She says because women can grow babies in their bodies, that makes them superior. So that means they get to choose the men. But she also wants men to approach her. How can she choose men when men are not approaching her in the first place?
Birds are dancing around for that female. They're working their ass off to get her because she's going to be stuck with the work. And, they both know it. So he's going to be, bring the game. That bird brings the game. Dance around. Keep your feathers in check, okay? And if she says no, you know what he does? He flies away. And he dances till he finds his shawty that likes him. So get off the platforms. Basically just, worship us. Come talk to us, but be able to take no as an answer, and don't be creepy, and don't start off with anything about the body. Just hey, thought you're pretty.
You can't tell men to not be creepy and then demand that men worship you in the same sentence. Telling a man that it's his job to worship you is incredibly creepy, and that just proves that women like this are not worth the time, energy, or even effort.
Hey, you're cute. Hey, can I flirt with you? I don't know. Hey, I noticed your outfit. Hey, I don't know. Just fucking say something nice and, get over it. And you know what? Some women are going to shut you down, and that's okay. That's fine, because there's probably other bodies who can be like, yo, he's cute. And when you're confident, you're even more cute. So basically, I'm not going to say bring back traditional gender roles, but,
She does not have a clue. If men wanted to talk to her, they would be talking to her. She can't believe she lives in a world where she's the problem, so she has to shame men because for some reason they're not capable of talking to her. We are capable, we just don't want to.
But I kind of am going to say that, as a woman, I want to be courted. And I love when a man shows confidence. It's so attractive. So attractive. And, no, bitch, no. This is coming from a biological standpoint. Women are the ones who are going to be, getting motherfucking pregnant, carrying a motherfucking baby for 9 months.
If this woman wants to be courted, the last thing she should be doing is going to clubs, dancing around, and then going online to lecture men on how to act around her. No dude wants to court a woman who hits the clubs. It's ridiculous.
Number one, if you're doing all of the right things, meaning you're dressing appropriately, you are not dressed down, you look expensive, You are not like putting off easy vibes. You're not sitting there very, very drunk, etc., etc. You get the idea. I can go into a more detailed version of that in another video. If you're doing all of the right things and you're still not getting approached, number one, that's a good thing because you don't want to be approached by everyone. You want to be approached by the right one. But what are the signals that you need to give in order to be approached by the right one?
Women like this love to think that subtle hints and gestures are a surefire way of getting a man to notice her. But let's be real, most men don't care, and they're not going to pick up on the little signals that you're trying to give men.
So here are 3 things you can do to signal openness and that approaching is a good idea for them. Number 1, put down your phone. Put it down. I know you're sitting there if you're at a bar or at a restaurant, typing away, looking at TikTok, you're not present. No one is going to approach that, okay? Do not be on your phone. Signal that you are there, you are present, and you're there for a reason. Get off your phone. Number 2, this is so easy and very often overlooked. Smile. That's all. Literally, what it takes for a man to come over is so simple. It is disgusting. A smile, a look, a glance that is just 1 second too long. Okay? That's all it takes. If they're interested, they will approach.
Women have like 19 dozen different smiles, which all mean different things, and they all look so similar that men have to determine if it's a smile of interest, discomfort, or out of kindness. And if a man guesses it wrong, that means he's in for an incredibly rough night. So the idea isn't going to work. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Click this video that's up on the screen now if you want to see more. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.